With a shiny beak, it will peck out my eyes, left to be eaten by worms and by flies. Hello interwebs and welcome back. I'm Shana and this is why I share my life and stories and adventures and opinions and whatever else I feel like. And today we're back with another spooky story. Today's spooky story is a little bit different than what you guys have seen before because it is a submitted spooky poem by a lovely friend and subscriber of mine, Holiday G of The Rotating Chair. So if you don't know who Holiday G or The Rotating Chair is, you can check them out on YouTube. Make sure to go subscribe and say hello and say hi to Holiday G and let him know that I sent you guys over there. But this is really, really exciting. And if you too want your spooky story or your real or fake paranormal story time read on my channel on our Spooky Wednesdays, that's not a special title, but it is what it is. There's an email down in the description box below. Make sure to email me and let me know as well if you want to remain anonymous or if you would like me to give a shout out to you or your Instagram or your YouTube or whatever it is. But without too much rambling, I've already done enough of it. Let's go ahead and get into reading this poem. So just so you guys know, this is my first time reading this poem as well, so you're gonna get a live reaction at the end and then we'll talk about it. Let's go. Shed. Down the end of the garden lies my shed. As you gaze in the window, you can feel the dread. Take a step nearer, and the cold wind blows. What's inside the shed, no one knows. Turn the handle, the door moves, it breathes. The darkness mounting, in waves it seethes. Inviting you inside, you move to go. Your fear is growing, but don't let it show. As your brain says no, your feet take you inside. Nowhere to run, or to turn, or to hide. With a screech it shuts, the door now slammed. Filled with monsters and ghosts, your brain is crammed. Behind the lawnmower, a quiet whisper is heard. The sweat it runs, the speech vile and slurred. What does it say? Does it want you dead? Does it want to wear me, or to eat my head? A thin, cruel arm appears, I can see it behind. And is that a claw I can see in my mind? With a shiny beak, it will peck out my eyes, left to be eaten by worms and by flies. The valor it grows, you take courage, approach, revealed to be neither monster or giant cockroach. Grabbing the machine to reveal this being so foul, but just in the corner lies a fork and a trowel. The evil it lay in your mind, not the shed. Scared of some tools, you nearly had fled. Now calmed, you don't notice in the corner an eye, a row of sharp teeth, and a whisper of die. It was there all along, this evil now jumps. Blood flows fast from your heart, it still pumps. With a last look you see it eating your feet. To it you're not you, you're only fresh meat. So next time you go to the shed at the end, take a weapon with you to which you depend, and make sure you lock that door fast behind, or under your bed, that monster you'll find. That I legitimately have goosebumps. I could feel the chill running up my legs and down my arms, and this was really, really good. This was really, really good. Looks like there's something at the very bottom. Let's read that really quick and then we can talk about it. Beware the dark pool at the bottom of our hearts. It's in icy black depths dwell strange and twisted creatures. What? Oh, in its icy black depths dwell strange and twisted creatures. It is best not to disturb. Sue Grafton. Now, I want you guys to know, before we get into talking a little bit about this, I am not like an expert poetry reader able to break down and find all the deep, dark, whatever meanings of a poem. It's not my expertise, but I do love poetry, and you guys don't know this, but I've been writing poetry since I was in like junior high school, and I've actually been published in a couple books, so I do have some understanding of poetry. I am by no means an expert. I am just a lover and enjoyer, somebody who likes poetry. But let's talk about this a little bit. I want to go ahead and give this a rating of 5 out of 5 ghosts. Do ghosts apply to this? Maybe not, but it's 5 out of 5 ghosts regardless, because it was really freaking good. I think it's called meter, like the rhythm of this poem was really, really nice. And then the rhymes that they used in it made sense. It wasn't just like random words that were thrown into rhyme like you hear a lot, especially in songs these days, because they couldn't think of another word, but it made sense. Now, aside from that, I feel like there's like this very straightforward, like spooky horror theme with this story. You know, you're going into the shed and you think there's monsters and you're seeing all these things, but then there's nothing there, but then there is something there and it's eating you. And that's very straightforward, very horror, very spooky, very cool. And it really walks you through that feeling that you have. Like, if anybody has ever been in a situation where they are going into somewhere that feels a little dark or a little spooky, and then, you know, you get those chills and you think something's there and it's not. It definitely like walks you through those feelings. But also, and Holiday, G, if you are watching this, you can tell me if I'm completely off base here or not. But I feel like there's also this kind of meaning behind it that's more than just this straightforward horror thing, and it kind of lays to the mind and sort of the things that you focus on and the fears that you have and what your mind is afraid of and what your mind is keeping you focused on. I literally just said that. I'm repeating myself. I'm sorry. But when there are other things that you aren't focused on that maybe you should be more fearful of, or you should be laying more focus to. And I also feel like it sort of alludes to like this sort of darkness that might lie kind of within our mind and within us that we maybe keep a little tucked away and hidden, but then it finds a way to show itself. I don't know. Maybe I'm completely off base with that. You can let me know if you agree with me down in the comments, or if you disagree with me, if you have your own interpretation of it, what you think you would rate this poem. And also, Holiday, if you're watching this, you can let me know if I'm totally wrong. But I definitely really enjoyed this. I enjoyed reading it, and I would love to hear some more of you guys' original stuff, as well as obviously continuing to read my webtoons spooky stories. But guys, that pretty much wraps it up for this one. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. And if you don't know what to comment down below, leave some tool emojis. There are tools, right? There should be tools down in the comments below. Not only does that help me out a lot, but it lets me know that you were here. It lets me know you made it to the end of the video. It gives us a chance to chat. And of course, I just love to see your faces down there. If you want another way to help me out, down below there are links to my website, my merch store, and my Patreon. There's zero obligation to check any of those out, but if you want to, you can. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all of you so very much. Remember to stay Genki AF, and I'll see you next time. Bye!